Hello, Deborah. This is Joe Boone with the Medicare Advocate Group. Last week I sent you a video that didn't have any sound to it, and I apologize about that. I honestly don't know how that happened, but I want to put together another video for you. Your question, I believe, was the differences between a G and N plan and what would suit you better, and that's what this video is going to address. So right now I'm going to get my picture off the screen here and go through the PowerPoint with you real quickly. As you can see here, I've already got the premiums marked out for you. F in your zip code is $115. The G in your zip code is $89, and the N plan is $79. Now, just real quickly, because I know you've watched me on some other YouTube videos, the F plan is what they call a Cadillac plan. It covers everything for the senior. And it's an easy sell for the agent to sell that to a senior. Hey, the F plan, you don't have to worry about anything. Doesn't that sound great? Most people love the idea of not having to take care of anything with their plans. So what do? Well, they sign up for the most expensive plan possible when they really don't have to do that. Now, the G plan you were looking at, and I generally talk about the G plans a lot on my videos. As you can see, it has the same check marks as the F plan all the way down. Except for what? Well, except for one box here in the yellow. Doesn't have a check mark. Now, when you see any of these boxes on this comparison chart, that means you're going to take care of that empty box. So in this case, in the G plan, what does that empty box represent? Well, if you scroll over to the left here, it represents the Part B deductible. Now, what is the Part B deductible? Well, that takes care of all doctor visits. Whether you go to the doctor one time per year or 1,000 times per year, it takes care of all doctor visits, whether they're all family doctor visits or whether they're all specialist visits. That $187 deductible, which just went up last week, by the way, this $187 is for 2017. So it did just go up. But, again, it will take care of all doctor visits. That's what the deductible is. So if you pay the $187 out of pocket, what is your monthly premium going to be? Well, in your zip code, the G plan is going to be $89. So the F plan is $115. So the difference, 115 minus 89, comes to $26 savings per month. If you multiply that out times 12 months, that's $312 savings per year on that. But what? Well, you're going to pay that $187 doctor deductible yourself one time per year. If you subtract out the $187, you're still saving yourself $125 per year, as opposed to going with the F plan. Now, if you scroll over here to my red line to the N plan, that also has an empty box on that Part B deductible, which is $187. So you're saying, yes, I'm going to agree to pay that. So it works the same way as that G plan right here. But what's something else? Oh, down here it's got another empty box. And what is that? Well, that's the Part B excess charges. And that is when a doctor charges more than what Medicare Supplement assignment is. Say you go into a doctor for a procedure. The procedure is $600. Medicare only agrees to pay $500 of that. You are responsible for that other $100, and that is called an excess charge. Now, what's an easy way, not around that, but the easy way to make sure you never have to pay those excess charges? You simply have to ask the doctor when you go in, does this office go by Medicare assignment? If they say yes to that, you don't have to worry about any excess charges. If they say no to that, maybe you look for another doctor. Maybe you're in an emergency and you have to go to that doctor, and there's no two ways about it. But all you need to simply do when you visit a doctor is say, hey, do you charge Medicare assignment rates? If they do, it's not a problem. So there's two main differences. You're going to agree to pay that $187 yourself. Same thing as a G plan. The Part B excess, you would need to make sure you ask the doctor, do you charge excess charges fees? And all you got to do is do that at the front desk or ask the doctor, either way. Now, there is one other small little difference in that N plan, and you can see it up here on the top. It's a $20 office copay. So every time you go to the doctor, you're probably going to pay a $20 out-of-pocket copay for that. So if you're the type person that, goes to the doctor one time per year, the plan in would be worth it as long as you're comfortable with asking the doctor about the excess charges. So I did a real quick comparison over here to the left. $10 per month, and I got that by subtracting $89 from the G plan from $79 of the N plan. That's a $10 per month savings for yourself. $10 times 12, that's $120. $120 divided by $20 office co-payments, that's 6 co-payments you have to deal with. So 6 represents the number of office visits required to equal the Plan G premium. So anything under 6, you're coming out ahead. So if you just see the doctor one time per year, 5 times 20, that's another $100 in your pocket that you're not spending. Now, let me just say, if you're the type of person that has to go to the doctor fairly often for whatever, if you're going more than 6 times per year, you want to go with the G plan for sure, absolutely. But if you're okay with paying that $20 office visit and you're only going a couple times per year, if you're okay taking care of that $187 Part B deductible yourself, if you're okay making sure your doctor doesn't charge excess fees, you can save yourself a lot of money between the F plan and the N plan, and you save yourself a pretty good amount of money on the N plan versus the G plan. Now, real quickly, in your zip code, the plan that came out the absolute cheapest was a company called Continental. They're actually owned by Aetna. I'm sure you've heard of Aetna out there, but it's Continental technically. So that's really it. I appreciate you looking at my YouTube videos and asking me to respond to your question. I sure appreciate it. And let me get to my final screen here. A lot of folks ask me how I can do this. How can I show everybody the lowest rates around? And it's the way my business is set up. I use the phone and the internet. In other words, I'm not out in my car driving around. I'm not spending money on gas. I'm not spending money on lunches. I can manage my time better. And more importantly, I'm not spending 2 or 3 hours at your kitchen table trying to get you signed paperwork that you might not really want to sign. So that's the way I do my business model. It's all by phone and on the internet. If you're comfortable with that, I'd love to pick you up as a client. And I'll just end on this screen right here, because as you go through Medicare and you're on it year after year after year, you're going to find that all the premiums will go up. Number one, they're going to go up because of your age. They all go up because of your age. You can expect anywhere from a 1 to maybe a 2% increase just based on your age. But what really hurts is when you get an overall price increase from a company for a particular plan. For example, some F plans in some areas of the country can go up by as much as 10% per year. So that's something you want to keep in mind. What we do for folks like that is we shop the market independently for you. We don't work for the insurance companies. We work for our clients. We secure the same benefits at a much better price, and we'll review your plan every year to ensure that you're always paying the least amount possible for your supplement. Because what a lot of people don't realize is you can switch these plans anytime you want to, as long as you have your health. Now, when you start losing your health, yes, it gets tougher to get into these plans because they are health-based. But as long as you have your health, you can switch these plans every year if you want to. And for people, when I call them on a yearly basis on their anniversary date, how have you been, Deborah? Oh, I've been great, Joe. How's your health been? Nothing's changed, Joe. And I'll say, well, how would you like to save yourself $20, $30, $40 more per year? Would you like to do that? Most of my clients that are on a fixed income, they like saving the money. And if these plans are all the same, it makes no sense to be overpaying on a particular plan. So I'll just let you go. That's enough. I'm about at 10 minutes anyway. Again, if you have any questions, please follow up with me. I'd love to talk to you. And again, thanks for watching my YouTube video. I really appreciate that. And I hope I can pick you up as a client. Well, listen, I appreciate it and hope you had a good Thanksgiving and have a, Christmas is coming up too. So have a good Christmas. But hopefully I'll talk to you sooner than that. Listen, have a good night. Take care. Bye-bye.